Hello everyone, how are we all doing? Welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Key. We are live for Leeds. Dirty Leeds against Burnley. How are we doing for this one? What are we thinking? Scott Parker out. Scott Parker's gone. Mike Jackson, not Michael Jackson. Very important distinction that. Mike Jackson he wants to be known as. He's made it very clear on Sky Sports he wants to be known as Mike. People just call me Mike. It's certainly not Michael. Ow! It's Mike Jackson for Burnley. And, Scott Parker, a parting of ways, which kind of felt inevitable. We were just talking about this on the Members Only Live. We were talking away about how maybe it was an inevitable type of thing with the season ending. Does it kind of feel that... Yeah, that sort of thing kind of has to happen just for the fans to maybe refocus on the team and get behind the team again, because it just felt all very negative. Reese's Footy Feed's a big Burnley fan, comes in the chats very often, a regular on Premier League Dad, and he's been saying for a while that the away support, the travelling support for Burnley has been quite vocal about Scott Parker and wanting him out and being very frustrated. So it's been inevitable. It's been something that's been coming for a while, I think, and Burnley fans might be feeling a bit better about the fact that he's gone and they can now just focus on the future, getting back in the Premier League, as I'm sure they will. Burnley always tend to bounce back, don't they? So I'm sure they will. How are we all doing in the chat anyway? Jellyfish, good to see you. Scott Parker has departed and Burnley look in disarray. Leeds are in decent form and Farke has done a decent job, so I'm going for the Leeds win. 3-0 Leeds. I'm hoping for goals tonight. Leeds have got a very decent record recently, apart from that Chelsea, the blip against Chelsea last weekend in the FA Cup semi-final, which was a really disappointing performance from Leeds. I think this one's going to be a narrow Leeds win, very narrow. Quintessentially quirky. The last time Jackson took interim charge of Burnley, they won 3 out of 4 and he got Manager of the Month. Not that I'm trying to scare Leeds fans or anything. Yeah, hey, listen, there is a rising sort of, look at Callum McFarlane at Chelsea. Interim managers, caretaker managers coming in and doing well. That little spark, that little change in the voice in the dressing room. It's a big thing, isn't it? Very big thing. City of Northfield, greetings, gents, ladies and gents as well. City of Northfield Christ Burnley at 8-1 if the bookies really don't fancy them tonight. No, not at all. Do you think Leeds get out of the relegation zone tonight? Leeds won't go down. Not now. Can't see Leeds going down. They're 6 points ahead of Spurs, aren't they? Too far ahead, I think, but Leeds now. Jellyfish got to get voice chats in or video chats in and make it more interactive. I mean, I am certainly working on that. Yeah, that's certainly something that's coming down the line. Marilyn, Leeds all the way. Good to see you, Marilyn. Rogue says, Key, can you please show the Jutland derby, Midtjylland and Viborg? Won't be doing that just yet, but we may be doing some more sort of Danish Superliga, some sort of rogue European leagues. We'll do some Euro trash. Let's call it Euro trash. Not saying the Euro. They'll say those leagues are trash. Euro trash is a program here in the UK, or was a program here in the UK, where it kind of looked at people and things around Europe. So, yeah, travelling around Europe. I'm sure we will do more of the European leagues as we go on the summer, before the World Cup maybe starts. Lil Philly, Leeds defo going to win this 3-0. Go on, Leeds. Gav, hi Kia. Kia, why Kia? That's an odd shout. Kia. I'm not Kia, mate. The name's not Kia. I don't know where you've got Kia from. Key, what should I wear to a football game where the weather forecast is sunny and rainy? A Mac. Some sort of an anorak, maybe. Gamer Guru, need to get a TNT and Sky Sports sponsor so we can watch the game on here. Sort it out, Key. It's not good enough, is it? It's really not good enough. Who's winning the Prem next year, says Cam. Probably, at this moment in time, I would say probably Arsenal again. Johnny, hey Key, mate, hope you're well. I'm good, mate. How are you? Channel 4 at its best. Yes, you're all trash. Classic. If Forest beat Villa and make the final, how do you see Villa's season ending? 5th. Yeah, 5th I think is where Villa finish up. Marilyn, would you be doing this for the World Cup? I hope so. Doing what for the World Cup? I am live across the World Cup. Yes, every single day. I am covering 81 fixtures across 39 days at the World Cup. So I'll be live all throughout the early hours of the morning. I'm doing Egypt against Iran, which is a 4 a.m. game here in the UK. I'll be live for it. I'm doing all the England games. I'll be live for it. All of them. All of them. As many games as I can cover. I'm doing all of the group stage games, apart from obviously the final group stage game, which, you know, they all tend to conflict with each other a little bit. My name is Tiao said we should beat Burnley tonight, but we don't make it easy on ourselves. 3-1 incoming. Duckersten says, can you show the game? I can't show the game, mate. No, because if I show the game, then I will get the channel banned. That's why I can't show the... I'd love to show the game. Believe me, nothing would give me greater pleasure. I'd love to show you the game, but I can't show you the game. Sky Sports charge a fortune for people to watch the game, as I'm watching now. So, if I showed it, I don't think they'd be very happy with me, would they? I don't even know Cicelo Key. I thought I'd say it to be nice to cover up my fear for the rest of the season. Fair enough. City of Northville, if you want to spare yourself some grief, make sure you put in the chat somewhere what time and channel games are on during the World Cup, or you'll get asked it 10,000 times. Oh, God, I know. I know, that might be something we have to think about. West Ham or Spurs down. West Ham, in my opinion. Oh, I can't make my mind up. I still think Forest might get pulled into it. Forest have got some bad fixtures, you know. Mad Dog Josh, who's winning tonight? I think... I'm going to go Leeds. Yeah, I think Leeds will win. Should be a good game, though. I think Leeds will turn up tonight. Bleach Demon, how you going, mate? Good to see you. Long time no see. Or it feels like long time. Maybe it's not that long, but it feels like a while since we've seen you. How are you doing? Reese, are you ready for a slapping on Sunday? What, me personally? Me personally? You come and giving me a slapping, Reese? Jellyfish, Salah won't be playing against United. He won't. No Salah, no Alisson. Let's go through the lineups for tonight, by the way, because we do have all the lineups just coming up on the screen. Carl, good evening. Hope you're well. I'm good, mate. How are you? Good to see you, Carl. Yay! Reese's Footy Feed. How you doing, mate? Long time no see. Back at building, ready for the post-Parker horror show. We've just been talking about you. We've just been said Reese will be pleased that Scott Parker's eventually gone. You've been saying, haven't you, for a while that you felt it's been coming, hasn't it? It's been coming. You've kind of wanted him out. Maybe the fan opinion had just changed enough about him. And, yeah, there he is. Mike Jackson, MJ. City of Northville, Mainu locked up for another 5 years. I know you don't rate him, but we almost let him get away. That was one thing I think Amrim got very wrong. I don't think Mainu's a terrible midfielder or anything. I just don't think he's I think he's your Curtis Jones, right? Liverpool fans at the moment absolutely love Curtis Jones because he's our only scouser in the team. And that's important. It is important. But I think if Curtis Jones wants to be more than just a squad player, he needs to leave. Because if Liverpool want to win titles, Curtis Jones ain't starting games for us. Kobbie Mainoo, I think, is kind of the same. If Kobbie Mainoo's in midfield for United, he won't be a starter if United are winning. Kobbie Mainoo won't ever win a league title. I'll call that now. I'll die on that hill. Kobbie Mainoo will not win a league title. I just feel like his career would be better if he went to a Villa, a Newcastle, an Everton. I think he'd be a star at Everton in the same way that James Garner's become, maybe. I think he'd be a wonderful player for Everton. A Mikel Arteta style player at Everton. Wonderful. Top player. Jack Frost told you Parker was sacked. Was just premature the other day when I said you did indeed. You called it. Gamer Guru, Villa and Emery were fuming with that tackle yesterday. 3-star. What a shame. I don't think that was that... I don't think it was a certain red card, that one. It probably... I mean, if it had been sent off, I can't really argue with it. But I just don't think that was a... I just don't think that was a red, like certain nailed-on red card. Mickey Mueller, how's it going, lad? Carl, who's winning United Liverpool? Oh, I really hope we can get the win. Really hope we can get the win. Oh, wow. Love that super chat. Love that. Make the best starting 11 from when you began supporting Liverpool to the current Liverpool and keep or sack slot. Very, very kind of you, mate. Really appreciate you coming in and giving that. That's very, very generous of you. However, let me just get my notepad ready. Make the best starting 11 for when you began supporting Liverpool to the current. Let's get the chat involved. There's a few Liverpool fans in the chat who probably want to do theirs as well. But let me just get the timer going because we're very near to kick-off here, and I will do it. I will do it for you. Shahid, how's it going, mate? Shell, lovely to see you. We're off and underway here at Elland Road. Come on. Let's get a nice early goal in this one. Lovely early goal, please. Madhouse, how you doing, sir? Key, what's your prediction for Greenock Morton versus Adrionian's game? Far post! Oh yeah, nearly 1-0 Leeds. 24 seconds in. Christ, what a ball in that was. And far post, Calvert-Lewin was there. Let's just have a look at the lineups because we've still not gone through them. Lineups is Darlow in goal, Rodon, Bijol and Strike at the back. Bogle and Justin in the wing-back positions. Tanaka, Ampadu and Stack sitting in front of the defence. And it's Calvert-Lewin and Okafor. Calvert-Lewin and Okafor starting up top. For Burnley, it's Dubravka in goal. Hartman, Esteve, Ekdal, Humphreys and Walker at the back. Anthony, Ward-Prowse, Laurent and Chauner in midfield. And then Zion Fleming on his own up front, the Dutchman. I don't even know, says UEFA officials. What's that? UEFA officials are less harsh on fouls but harsher on handball. Sounds about right. Sorry, what are we doing? Egbert Key, do you think Fulham could get a point at the Emirates? I do, mate. Yes, absolutely I do. Love it. Listen, would Michael Owen get into Liverpool's best 11 as an Arsenal fan? No. No, not even close. Michael Owen doesn't make our bench. Michael Owen doesn't make my bench. If I had to, I'll do my bench. I'll do my bench as well. I'll do my all-time in my lifetime Liverpool 11 and my bench. Michael Owen doesn't make the bench. Hala Michaels this evening, Key. You always mention that Arteta has spent the most on net transfer fees, but you conveniently skip through that both Liverpool and Man City have spent 30% more player wage bill. Well, it's not convenient. Wage bill is irrelevant. Wage bill is irrelevant. It's net transfer fees. That's it. You say wage, but wage bill doesn't matter. Wage bill is irrelevant. Arsenal have ploughed their money into player recruitment. It's about spending where you spend your money, and Arsenal have spent their money, a lot more of it, on player recruitment. That's the point I made. That's the top and bottom of it. That's why I didn't mention wage bill. I don't need to even know. As a non-delusional fan, I think we win the league by goal difference. Yes, I do. I think Arsenal still win the league. Burnley, knock it long over the top is Jadon Anthony. Right, let's do this Liverpool 11. My all-time 11, I was asked by sweet old... What is it? What's the username there? Bourbon whiskey. Sweet old bourbon. I bloody love a bourbon. That's my absolute favourite. Love some Maker's Mark. Love me some Maker's Mark. Absolutely beautiful stuff. In fact, I love all kinds of bourbon. Bourbon's beautiful. That's probably my favourite. Right, so I would go Alisson Becker in goal. That's nice and easy. I would have Rayner on the bench. Just subs bench. Let's get a subs bench down here. Rayner's on the bench. I would have Trent at right back. Van Dijk. And Matip or Hyypiä. I'm going to put Sammy next to him. Sammy Hyypiä and Van Dijk and Andy Robbo at left back. That's nice and easy. Midfield three, Gerrard, Thiago. Oh, this is where it gets really difficult because I don't know whether to go Gerrard, Thiago, Henderson or Gerrard, Thiago, Coutinho. I'm going to go Coutinho. Gerrard, Thiago, Coutinho, and then front three of Salah, Mane, Suarez, probably. Yeah. Salah, Suarez, Mane. There you go. That's the front three. There you go. Salah, Suarez, Mane. I'd probably be inclined to maybe put McManaman in there. Reina, Matip. If I could pick 7 for the bench. Reina, Matip. Mascherano. Steve Finnan, Arbeloa. Risa. No, I'd go Arbeloa. Matip, Mascherano, Arbeloa. Henderson. Fabinho. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh man, we need more than 7. I need more than 7. Fabinho, Henderson. I'll go McManaman. Firmino. Fowler. There you go. That's it. That's me done. Fabinho, McManaman, Firmino, Fowler. That's mine. Leeds driving forward into the area. What a run this is. Oh, it's gone out. Unlucky. That's better. Much better. Jordan Sawyer. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Have you heard the latest? Coventry wants Curtis Jones and Elliott. Harvey Elliott, I could see going to Coventry. That'd be a great move. That would be a great move there. Only thought Michael Owen because of that Ballon d'Or season. He's so overrated, Michael Owen. He really is overrated, I promise you. Gerrard's a no-brainer. Salah's got to be in there. Robertson over Risa at left-back. That's bold. Why? Robertson was miles better than Risa. Risa was a liability. Risa was actually better for Liverpool at left mid. He was better further forward. He was a defensive left mid. He was better with Aurelio behind him. That was his best season for us. Yeah, Robertson's... The tiers of fullbacks for Liverpool, it's definitely Robbo and Trent. And then behind them, it's probably Arbeloa and maybe Risa, maybe Aurelio. I think Fabio Aurelio gets overlooked an awful lot. Shahid, that team would win the Prem and the Champions League for show. Mad House, you love bourbon. Isn't it an American drink, you drunkard key? No, not a drunkard. Not at all. I very much don't drink. Maybe, I reckon I drink maybe 3 or 4 times a year, if that. Gerrard isn't a Prem great by what Carragher judges it on. Why? What does he judge it on? Will says Alisson, Trent, Van Dijk, Carragher, Robbo, Fabinho, Gerrard, Thiago, Salah, Suarez, Mane would be mine. We're not that far apart then, are we? Yeah, Thiago and Gerrard in the midfield with Fabinho you've gone for. Yeah, kind of get that. What a touch from Calvert-Lewin. Oh, great defending from Burnley. That was better. I don't even know. There is one thing I say about football clubs. If your best manager couldn't win something, how could your current manager win it? Like Wenger not winning the Champions League and Arteta's side being the favourites. Strike. Oh my God, what a goal. What a goal that is from Leeds. Stack has stacked it. That is incredible. Absolutely fantastic from Leeds. The keeper is questionable here. Dubravka, I think, has had a great season. But I tell you what, look at the cameras immediately pointed to Dubravka there. That is an absolute, for me, little bit of a howler. Looking at it first glance. I guess we'll have to wait and see on the replay here. But that, to me, looks like a keeper mistake. The ball gets played into Stack. Great first touch. Left-footed. Oh, I think he thinks it's going wide, Dubravka. I think he lets this one through him. Strike from Dubravka. Yeah, nah, that's not good enough. I'm sorry. That one is a problem. Dubravka, it looks like he's maybe letting that go. It's a good strike. It's a very, very good strike. Not knocking the strike at all. But I think your goalkeeper, you'd expect your keeper to save that. You would definitely expect your keeper to save that. I am more of a custard cream man myself. Reece, how are you not picking Ian Rush? Ian Rush wasn't a brilliant Liverpool player in the Premier League, and that's the era in which I grew up. So it was my lifetime. That was the question. In my lifetime, what's the best Liverpool 11? Ian Rush doesn't make that. Ian Rush, by the time he was playing in my lifetime, he'd long since passed it. He wasn't anywhere near the same player. I grew up watching Ian Rush's the tail end of his Liverpool career, and then he joined Leeds and Newcastle. That's the Ian Rush I remember. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've seen videos, I know how good he was. You doing Hearts v Rangers on Monday? I am indeed, yes. I am indeed, 5:30 Monday. Pete Green, all the best fullback is Jan Kronkamp. Oh my God, Jan Kronkamp, yeah. Dubravka always made mistakes at Newcastle, never thought it'd change. It's just it does feel like he's let it go a little bit there, doesn't it? John Barnes. John Barnes, again, was fantastic as well. John Barnes was a great player, but again, before my time, I feel like his peak was kind of late 80s at Liverpool. Here we go. Free kick for Leeds. Strike over the bar from Stack again. He's a hell of a signing for Leeds, isn't he, Anton Stack? He's been a real quality player. Watch this for the first touch. Ball gets played in. It's wrapped into his feet. Takes a fantastic first touch with the right foot. Gets it out of his feet. And then just rattles it low and hard. Bounces a couple of times. Bit of a daisy cutter. Actually clips the post as it goes in. But Dubravka, I just feel like Dubravka's got to do better there, hasn't he? He's got to do better there. Burnley now have to step out. This should make it a really good game. Egbert says, Key, can you rank Premier League's top 6 teams of all time? Oh, top 6 teams of all time. I would say City Centurions. This is no particular order. Just trying to write them down. City Centurions, United, 2008. Sort of the treble, not the treble, but they won 3 league titles in a row, and they had Ronaldo, Rooney and Tevez. They just beat us to the title. United 2008, that was a phenomenal side. I actually think that was better than United's treble winning side, but United's treble winning side would be in there. United's treble. City Centurions, United's treble. I would put the Arsenal Invincibles up there. I would have Chelsea's Mourinho side in 2004 to 2006. They were unplayable. And then the 5th one, honestly, I mean, this is kind of no particular order. I probably would include Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. I think getting to 99 points, 98 points, like kind of regularly pushing City all the way, winning a league title. You know, we got, 102 points out of a possible 105. It's just incredible, like just so good. So I would go Klopp's Liverpool would be in there as well. The red arrows flying forward for attack. So that would be me. I think United would have 2 of the greatest top sides of all time. City would have the best after that. Arsenal, Chelsea, yeah, 2 United. That would be mine anyway. Jellyfish Key, younger than me. I'm saying mid-30s. Me, I am 36. 36. Liam Key, not long now until Liverpool come to Old Trafford and suffer defeat. I won't get too ahead of yourself, you know. Rice is the GOATs is invincible. Top 6 in my opinion. And Will says, hot take here, if we have a strong end to the season, could Freddie Woodman be England's 3rd keeper? No, I think it'd be harsh to pick him over, you know, a starting goalkeeper. I think Henderson's got to go. Ramsdale, Pickford, Henderson. Maybe Trafford. You'd probably give it to Trafford, wouldn't you, as well? 3-star. If you're talking Liverpool legends, I've watched Clement, Souness, Phil Neal, Hansen, Dalglish, Keegan, all live on the pitch. Yeah, I think my old man would have that similar opinion as well, 3-star. Certainly Souness, anyway. Mr. Smith, hot take, nostalgia ruins every past v present debate. Well then, I mean, that's just... The opposite opinion to that is that recency bias dominates, doesn't it? That people think that what's going on now is miles better than what was. You can kind of argue both sides of that coin, can't you, really? I don't think nostalgia ruins those debates. I think nostalgia, people do pick and choose somewhat what they remember. I get that. Ryan, oh yes, Key, missed you, mate. Missed you too, buddy. Where have you been? I've been here every night. What player would you take from each of the top 6 teams this season? I think we've done this, haven't we? The top 6 teams this season. I'd take Rice out of Arsenal. I'd take trying to think who would take out of City. I like O'Reilly. I really like O'Reilly. I think I probably would take Nico O'Reilly. Yeah, probably Nico O'Reilly. Nico O'Reilly at left back / centre back for City. Man United, who would I take? It's a mixed bag for United. Probably Cunha. He's another diver. I can't take Cunha. I'd probably take Mbeumo. I like Mbeumo. He's an intelligent footballer. I'd take him. He'd only be on our bench, though. And then I would go Villa. Who would I take out of Villa? And who would I take out of Brighton currently, innit? So, Brighton, I would 1,000,000% take Van Hecke. And for Villa, who's the best Villa player at the minute? Not Morgan Rogers. I genuinely... McGinn. I'd take McGinn. McGinn. There you go. McGinn, O'Reilly, Rice, and Van Hecke. And Mbeumo. They would be my players I would take out the top 6 teams. Who would you take for your team? Nabuish. All right, bro. How's it going? I'm very good, sir. How are you? 2-0 Leeds. Key, would you say if Leeds win this game, Newcastle will be in a relegation battle as they'll move to 15th? No, not even close. Listen, Newcastle would have to fail to win. The reason Newcastle aren't going to get relegated is because Spurs and West Ham aren't going to win that many games. West Ham would have to win 2 and significantly increase their goal difference. And Tottenham would have to win 3, wouldn't they? And I'm not sure Tottenham win 3 out of their final 4. I'm not sure West Ham win 2 and smash their goal difference either. I'd have John McGinn out of Villa. He's my hear me out signing. Yeah, mine too. Absolutely would love John McGinn at Liverpool. I just think unfortunately he's kind of out of our range. Gamer Guru 36, you grandad Key. El bastard, I know. El bar steward. I don't even know. Says Arsenal, Liverpool and United are the Prem's best teams in history. Liverpool or United, any order you like. Just don't think Arsenal come close to either of them as we are an inconsistent club. City of Northville, it's so crazy not to say Bruno there. Did you hear, by the way? No, I don't think it's crazy to say Bruno there. I do think it was quite interesting. I was listening to... I'm kind of making a bit of a hypocrite of myself here, by the way, because I usually say TalkSport, clickbait. It's very clickbaity. But there was a conversation being had on TalkSport earlier. I caught the tail end of it. And it was, Burnley here. Big chance for Burnley. Edge of the box, strike. Great defending from Tanaka. Big chance that for Leeds big chance for Burnley. Leeds throwing it away a little bit there. And this is great play out of defence. Wonderful play. And it's throwing for Leeds. Caught a tail end of a conversation on TalkSport. I wasn't listening to it on the radio or anything. It was one of them where you're swiping down on socials and it comes up and it's like a live broadcast of it. And they were discussing Bruno Fernandes and they were saying how basically there should be a bit of an asterisk next to it. I think it's a conversation that Adrian Durham originally had where he was saying that he felt like Bruno Fernandes' season should be viewed in the context of the fact that United have played 1 game a week all season. And it's not the same as other top midfielders in the league who are playing 50, 55 games maybe by the end of the season. So they've had to play like an extra, 40%, an extra 40% of games across a season. That's a lot. That is a lot of games. 30-40% is a big difference in terms of you having to have those those minutes in the tank. So and being able to rest in between every performance and taking all the free kicks. I think that's a big thing for Bruno Fernandes and maybe why he's so well respected. But I do think there'll have to be a little asterisk next to it anyway. I am Crew. Reckon Javi Simmons still get to move away if Spurs go down despite his ACL? No. There's not. Listen, if you're a club trying to sign a player, one, how much do you think they would sign Javi Simmons for, knowing that he's not back till January, February next year? He's already been ruled out till 2027. You're not paying big money for Javi Simmons. Javi Simmons will be a Spurs player next year if they go down. Categorically. He will play in the Championship, I actually think. Living free. Bruno and De Bruyne were already the 2 best midfielders. You think so? Nah. City of Northville, they've had 40% more chances to pad those stats. From Liverpool, I'm taking City, Nico O'Reilly. Oh, Dom Szoboszlai. I'm taking Sesko from United. Can I take a Forest player? No, they're not top 6. You're breaking the rules. Forever fourth with Wenger and second multiple times with Arteta. How's that inconsistent? It's consistently inconsistent, isn't it? Chelsea have won more Prem titles than Arsenal and Liverpool put together. Not true. Not true. Clips Market, do you think United will win the Champions League next year or the league? I don't think there's any sane Man United fan who thinks that they will get close to either. I genuinely don't think there's any United fan who seriously believes that. There's no balanced United fan who seriously believes that anyway. Pete, I'd take Bruno to clean Wirtz's boots, and Adrian Durham's the only one that talks sport with sense. Yeah, he just said like you've got to weigh that opinion in a little bit. City of Northville, but why does Bruno take the free kicks? It's talked about like those are auto assists or something. You pick your highest skill player to do those, then he uses that skill to turn it into points. I think it's because it's like penalties, isn't it? It's the same. You could argue the same thing as penalties. If a player had scored loads of goals and was top of the Premier League goal scoring charts, but half of his goals had come from penalties, you'd maybe look at that and go, yeah, I mean, it's well done for scoring the penalty, and he's a specialist and all the things you've just said there, but it's still it's penalties. You'd question whether or not, like I said, Bruno Fernandes has got a limited number of assists from open play, and I think that's the question mark, really. And ultimately, assists don't really mean an awful lot for me anyway, because it's all about whether your strikers finish your chances anyway. C. Wheatley, how's it going, mate? I am Crute says Xavi Simons in the Championship when a year ago he's viewed as one of the best young prospects. Mad. I still think he is. I think he's a wonderful player, Xavi Simons. It's just not quite worked out for him at Spurs. Big chance, Leeds in the area. Must be. Oh, so close. Stack nearly getting his second of the game. Whoa. Twisted Fate, the North's Big Three clubs have 90% more trophies than the South's Big Three. Yes. Egbert says, Key, you're one of my favourite content creators. One of? What do we have to do to nail down that number one spot? All boxed up, high key. Come on, you Leeds. Leeds have got a corner. 1-0 up, 22 minutes in. Dirty Leeds. What are we saying? Vic Delta, Liverpool unlikely to make any impact in the league next season or Champions League if they qualify at all. I mean, one glance at the league table will tell you Liverpool have qualified, haven't they? They've pretty much qualified. Same as United have pretty much qualified. Same as Villa have pretty much qualified. Liverpool are 8 points ahead of Brighton and anyone else who could feasibly compete with Liverpool. We're 8 points ahead of them with 12 points left to play for. 4 games. There's just no way that Liverpool are dropping that many points. And more importantly, I don't think the other teams are going to win all 4 of their remaining games, are they? Both things would need to happen. Liverpool would need to pick up an absolute maximum of 3 points from our final 4 games. So we would have to fall off a cliff at the end of the season, and we would have to hope that Brighton, Bournemouth, Chelsea, whoever, win all of the remaining 4. That's just not going to happen. So yeah, we'll get Champions League football. As for your second part of your statement about Liverpool not doing anything next year, I have to agree. I've said that. You're not going to get a bite out of me. I agree. I don't think we will. I don't think we will challenge next year. It's another transitional year for Liverpool. I don't think people don't seem to. It takes a long time to build a title winning side, and that's Liverpool are going at it a little bit slower than perhaps we'd like. Doing well, mate. Hope the lads bounce back after that humbling. Yeah, there's 2 games. 2 games now. Sunderland have. I was having a look earlier. You've conceded 9 goals in your last 2 games against Villa and Forest. That's Regis Lebris will be panicking about that. MME Gaming, do we not let Arsenal win the league for the amount of set-piece goals? I don't think it matters. Yeah, you don't get there's no special inscription place on the title. If they win it however they win it. All depends on the summer window. Lots can change. Just feel like we need too much to seriously be contending for the league title next year. I just don't think we do. Jellyfish, yes, I believe we can with the right recruitment, and by stats, if Carrick started the season, we would be challenging. So, Key, you are wrong. No, you're wrong. You are wrong. Categorically, you are wrong. There's absolutely no way Man United challenge next season. Zero. Zilch. Not happening. And I'll apply the same to Liverpool. It's not happening. Maybe Liverpool are so shook after what United do to them Sunday that they drop the rest of the games. Hey, could be. Liverpool do play away to United, Villa, and home to Chelsea. Well, we play Chelsea, who everyone seems to be beating at the minute. 5 defeats on a spin for Chelsea. And Villa, again, they're not doing fantastically well either. So I think we can get at least a couple of points out of them games. Yeah, we might well get 3 points, maybe 3 draws in those 3, and that wouldn't be dreadful. That would probably be enough. Even if we drew the next 3, that would be enough. And we've got Brentford at Anfield final day. There's no way. There's just no way Liverpool are missing out on Champions League football. In fact, if we beat United at Old Trafford this weekend, we go above them. So, if we're missing it, then you guys are missing it. LJ, how's it going? Gamer Guru, I disagree. I think Liverpool make 2 good signings and start to get your real first team to click. You'll be in the mix more than other clubs rebuilding. Liverpool is a stable club. We are, but we've had a lot of change. A lot of change. Leeds down the right-hand side. Big chance in the area. This is better from Leeds. Tanaka, claim for handball, referee. You're not going to get that one. I reckon you'd get that in the Champions League, though. That might have hit his hand, Ben, completely agree, Key. We're a few years away from challenging. Good to see you, mate. How are you doing? Vic Delta, United could get second next season if not a win. Don't know about City, but Arsenal can always slip. United are just... there's just no way. You look at United's bench and Liverpool's bench compared to Arsenal's and City's. It's worlds apart. Doesn't matter. You could have prime Pep or prime Ancelotti or prime Cruyff, name whoever manager, whatever you want. They're not doing a league title win with the benches that Liverpool and United have. Doesn't matter. Put Sir Alex Ferguson in charge of that United squad. Prime Sir Alex. He ain't getting more than maybe 3rd or 4th with him. With that bench. Not a chance. You've got Shea Lacey coming off the bench, for God's sake. Liverpool are bringing on Kieran Morrison, Amara Nallo. We just don't have the bench that City and Arsenal do. No way we're challenging next year. We need about 7 or 8 more. Graham, United won't win anything next year. They're struggling, playing 1 game a week. Well, that is going to be a big game changer for them, having to play, like I said, those extra 30-40% more games next year. That's where the bench becomes more important. That's where they pick up more injuries. That's where players start to have drops in form because they're tired. Fatigue sets in. All that sort of stuff. Ben, I'm good, mate. Consumed at the minute with work and all legal shit we're in. Hey, well, good to see you, man. I hope you're all good. Gamer Guru, a lot of change, but the club's run well and isn't all over the place like Spurs, Chelsea and United. Those clubs are all over the place. And I don't even know, says Michael Jackson, Burnley's new manager. Do we think he could get it permanently? I wonder whether he might get the job. He did really well last time he was Burnley manager, didn't he? And was it 3 wins out of 4? Something like that. Got manager of the month, someone said to me earlier. I am Crute. Why do you think Liverpool didn't give Slot a contract after the league win? He now only has 1 year. Just to keep their options open, I would imagine. I don't think there's any rush. I think Arne Slot's quite happy at Liverpool. I mean, we've heard nothing otherwise, and I think Liverpool will keep him, quite rightly. LJ, United and Liverpool fans have it in for each other this weekend. You never know what money will be spent in the summer, who gets injured, who goes to Spain, etc. Yeah, listen, it's going to be a fascinating summer, especially out with the World Cup and all that stuff. There's always There's always some rogue signings and departures in World Cup years. It feels like that kind of prompts a few players to move on. I am Crute. There's heavy rumours of Gerrard to Burnley. Yeah, Burnley. I mean, I'd love to see. I don't know if Reese is still in the chat. Reese's Footy Feed's a big Burnley fan. I wonder how he'd feel about Stevie coming in. He's got a soft spot for Liverpool as well, Reese. So he might love Stevie coming in. Can Liverpool spend money this summer considering what they spent last year? Yeah, I think we've got to, mate. Because it's not just about what we spent last year. We spent less than most teams around us. Most teams in the top half. We're the only team in profit, Liverpool. I think, no, 2 teams in profit in the Premier League. 4 in the entire Football League. Liverpool, Bournemouth, Peterborough, and I think Plymouth were the only teams in profit last financial year. So, yeah, Liverpool are fine. We've only spent half what Arsenal have. We've spent far less than what Man United have in recent years. So yeah, I'm sure we've got money in the bank to go and spend big this summer. I'm sure we will do. Gib22, up the Seagulls. How amazing are we playing? Better than everyone at the moment. Yeah, Brighton are doing really well. Brighton doing fantastically well. Got away at Newcastle this weekend. Could Brighton get Eddie Howe the sack? I wonder. Graham says Michael Jackson might be manager, but this is no thriller. It's not been too bad 30 minutes in. Had a cracking goal. We need to start thinking of some more Michael Jackson puns, don't we? Ange is probably done in the Prem, surely. No, get Ange in. Get Ange into a Prem. I think Ange and Amorim will be back in the Prem next year. I'm calling it. Thing is, we spent another 400 million. I'd rather it go on 7 or 8 squad players than big names. I think that is what we do this summer. I think we do take that approach this summer. It has to be more about volume, quantity. We need quality as well, but I think we will get quantity. There's rumours about Barcola. I'm sure we'll get someone like that, but there's also rumours about, signings that maybe 20, 30 million quid. Signings like Jared Bowen maybe would be a fantastic one for Liverpool if West Ham were to go down. Maybe Matheus Fernandes. West Ham paid somewhere around 40 million for him from Southampton. West Ham go down, I'd take him. Matheus Fernandes, 30, 40 million. Get Bowen in, 30, 40 million. That's the type of signings Liverpool need. Come in, Premier League proven, plug straight in. Bit like Gini Wijnaldum was for us when he signed from Newcastle. Dylan United, Amorim at Liverpool would cook. I genuinely wouldn't be that... If Amorim did come to Liverpool, I wouldn't be that bothered. Yeah. I'm not saying I want it to happen, but I would support Ange and Amorim at Liverpool. I could totally understand why we would pick those types of managers. Madhouse, did you like Bo Selector Key? I did, yes. Yeah, watched it a lot. LJ, even as an Everton fan who don't like Goldbridge, when he went after Goldbridge, he was so vague with all his points. Like, Bonlaho's very annoying every now and then. Oh, hang on a minute. What are we talking about here? LJ, United and Liverpool's have it and for each other this weekend. What are we all doing? A World Cup prediction. Oh, yeah, we'll do a World Cup prediction. We will have to do one soon, won't we? Yeah, definitely. Let's do a World Cup prediction. Shahid, Liverpool usually do their transfers early in the window, so expect some surprise signings. Well, we've already got Jackie. He's sorted, but apparently he's out till about September time with a fractured collarbone. Pete, people say about how much we spent, but we sold Nunes and Diaz for big money. Yeah, that's true enough. Wonderful play by Burnley, coming out of defence here now. This is excellent. Down the right-hand side is Kyle Walker. I think Chaoun has just been poleaxed in the middle of the park. He's still down. Great play by Burnley. They're carrying on. And he's up now. If Spurs go down, despite him being injured, I'd spend 30 million on Simons. I'd have Gray as well. Archie Gray, I think, is another very, very solid Liverpool-type signing. Bergvall would be another one I'd look at. But yeah, no one's paying that money for Xavi Simons, wise, because clubs are all very risk-averse. They're not going to pay money, any sort of money, for a player who's just had a really bad injury, because you never know how they're going to recover. So yeah, it's just not worth it. Shania Stewart, you've got to stop spamming. Great to have you in the chat, but you've got to stop spamming. Vic Delta says United will pick some good blood in the summer transfer. One more transfer window like this season would be what United needs to challenge for the league title. If not next season, then the one after. You say that, but again, it only takes signings like Agate and Xerxes, and there's quite a few players United have signed, even ones that have done relatively well, that I don't think maybe end up being like Dorgu. Dorgu's a really decent player, but where does he fit in at United? He's not a left back. He's not going to play left wing. He's a left wing back. He was signed specifically for Amorim's system. He ain't going to play there. He ain't going to play left wing. He ain't going to be a starter at left wing because you've got Cunha there. He ain't going to play left back. You're desperate for a left. He's not really a left back at all, is he, Dorgu? He's not defensively what you need. It's kind of like what Risa was for us. "100% right. People talk like Amorim was sitting in 15th all season. It's crazy how fast they forget he had them as high as 5th. I like Amorim. I like him. I think he's a good manager. I think he got let down by the United hierarchy a little bit, and I think that's why the hierarchy will appoint Carrick, because he will kind of do as he's told to some degree. What are we saying, Key? I said Agbon Lahore was very salty after last night, then 3-star Reds helped me for... yes, sorry, yes. What about a Fantasy World Cup League, Key? Ooh, yes. I like the thinking. Who had the worst injury in Premier League history? David Bust was a bad one. People might remember that one at Old Trafford. Michael Schmeichel, that's Peter Schmeichel's dad. Peter Schmeichel, he had to seek therapy after seeing David Bust's injury in the Coventry United game at Old Trafford. It was a very, very bad injury. Really, really bad injury. His leg literally bent in a circle. And Peter Schmeichel threw the ball out of play and he runs off like that. Can't look at it. He absolutely lost his head. Swifty Dorgu looked best as a wide forward. Perhaps his ability to play in multiple positions will help. It will for versatility, but I think if you're a young player, how likely are you to want regular starting, regular starts and regular minutes? I just feel like he's better than kind of sat on the bench at United. He's a really good player, Dorgu. City of North Hill and the ownership put out stories the moment he was gone to put all the blame on him, and the fans ate it up. Twisted Fate Key, create an all-time 11 of players guaranteed to get a card in games. Oh God. Pickford. Pickford's one. Yeah, Ivanovic maybe. Milner, Carragher. Yeah, I'd go. Do you know what? I'd go Carragher, Gabriel. Richard Dunn was another one, to be honest, wasn't he? Put Carragher at left back where he started his career, and we'll put Richard Dunn at left back, centre back with Gabriel, because he used to get plenty of yellow cards as well. Midfield, Catamol, Keane, Barry, all of them, lots and lots of yellow cards. And then front three, we'll play Milner as a starting sort of front three. Milner, Bernardo Silva, Van Hooijdonk, who was a bit of a... John Duran. John Duran, he was a feisty centre-forward. Eduardo at Arsenal v Birmingham was a bad one, it was, yeah. Erling Haaland's dad, Alfinger. Joey Barton, yeah, Joey Barton probably does have to get in there over Barry. He was just a hatchet man, wasn't he? Key, how are you not putting Joey Barton into the midfield? Costa, Diego Costa as well, yeah. Diego Costa centre forward over Duran, that's a good shout. I don't know, I'm just it's a bit of a pithy one, isn't it? I'm not really sure. Christian Romero at centre back over Richard Dunn, yeah. Romero's a bad one, isn't he? Yeah, Romero's a bit of a liability. City of Northville, once we actually have wing-backs who can play across into the, 6'5" guy, he has a big ceiling. Sesko, I think, will be a really top signing for United if you get him the ammo, the assists, the chances. Corner for Leeds, cleared away, scrambled away from Burnley. It's not been a great... Since the goal, I actually thought the goal would liven things up. If anything, it's kind of simmered things down a little bit. Burnley away, that's going to be a yellow card. Another yellow card in this game. Kevin Ball, if you want to go back further. Given the specific injury Ekatike has, do we go and get a striker? Good chance he's never the same. Good chance he's never the same, I think, is a very, very bold claim. I won't go that far, but I think, do we go and get a third choice striker? No, I think probably what we do is we sign players in wide areas who can cover for centre forward. So I think Isak. Oh, do you know what? I think that's a handball in the Champions League there. That is a handball in the Champions League. Eduardo was looking like a special player until that disgusting tackle ended his career. It was Taylor, wasn't it? Was it Taylor? Or was it Roger Johnson? I can't guarantee. I don't know. Player of the year, Bruno got plenty of assists for Sesko. I don't think Bruno's going to be there next year, I'll be honest. If Leeds win this, does that mathematically keep them up? No, it doesn't mathematically keep them up, but it as good as does. So they would be 9 points ahead of Tottenham with 9 games left. 9 points left to play for. 12 obviously for Tottenham. If Tottenham win, then Tottenham have to go to Villa Park and win. I think realistically it probably does mean that Leeds are safe. Yeah, not mathematically, but yeah. Alex Rata says Bruno wins PFA. No chance. Bruno Fernandes shouldn't be taken seriously as Player of the Year. It's not even a... If Bruno Fernandes gets Player of the Year, it's crazy. The world's gone mad. The world has officially gone mad if Bruno Fernandes gets Player of the Year. Gamer Guru. Rebel MC. Oh, El Hadj Diouf. Yeah, how did we not get Dioufy in there? I think Diouf... Do you know what? I'm going to say Diouf and Costa front three. I'm taking Milner out. Diouf, Costa. Who else was a bit nasty? Suarez. He didn't really do enough bookings-wise, did he? I don't think he got that many bookings. Suarez. I am Crute. I'd give Bruno Player of the Year, to be honest. Who comes close to him? I think you've got to give it to Gabriel and Arsenal if they win the league. And if not, I'd give it to Semenyo. Semenyo's been by far more of a... important Premier League player, I think. Given where given where Bournemouth are, I think he has to be. I think he absolutely has to be considered. Antoine Semenyo and Gabriel, I think, would be the two that would win it. If depending on who wins the league, I think that's what it's going to boil down to. If Arsenal win the league, I think Gabriel wins it. Maybe I don't want Declan Rice to win it because I don't think he's had that good a season, but I think he would be more of a candidate than Bruno Fernandes. And I think Semenyo would be, given what he did at Bournemouth and how he's carried on and spurred City. He's reinvigorated City, hasn't he? So I think it probably could be Semenyo or Gabriel. I am Crute. I love Semenyo, but Player of the Year, I don't think he's quite there. Oh, fair enough. Each to their own. I don't think Bruno Fernandes is quite there. I'd say, like I said, I think there's an asterisk next to whatever Bruno Fernandes achieves this season. Given the fact that United haven't really played any games. Sorry, I missed Reese earlier. Reese came in and said about the Gerrard. My heart wants Gerrard. Burnley head would prefer Craig Bellamy, but with our name brand obsessed ownership, if Stevie wants us, the chairman will soon have a Stevie G photo under his pillow. Get Stevie G at Burnley. Go on. Leeds down the right-hand side. This is better from Leeds. Ball in. That's a foul. Must be a free kick, ref. No chance. Good play from Fleming. And what a pass. And here's Chowner down the right-hand side. He's got pace to burn, this lad. This is a big chance for Burnley. In the area. Got to deliver. Got to get the ball right. Far post. Fantastic header. Oh, he hits it against his own man. Jadon Anthony, far post, did really well there. Gareth Bruno's been class against the relegated sides. Take Bruno and his contributions out of United and where would they be? I just don't think that That's not a metric for must-win player of the year. You could argue the exact same with Gabriel, the exact same with Semenyo. You could argue the exact same things with lots of players. Igor Thiago. Where would Brentford be with Igor Thiago's goal contributions gone? You can say that about a lot of things. I just don't think Bruno Fernandes is, in my opinion, anywhere close to player of the year. Rebel MC, Gerrard, 46 red cards in his playing career. Gerrard got 46 red cards. Let's not be silly. Come on. Paul Molyneux says Bruno, player of the season, and then lots of laughing faces. I'm exactly on that page as well, Paul. Yeah, I think it's laughable. It's absolutely laughable to suggest he gets it, and I don't think he will, to be honest. Sunderland without Xhaka. Yeah, Xhaka. I think Xhaka's another good shout as well. Xhaka would have been down. Sunderland would have been down without Xhaka. You can't give a player of the year for finishing third. It's ridiculous. Yeah, you can't give player of the year for finishing third while achieving very little. Yeah, no, I just don't think that works. Just doesn't work. Oh, Leeds again over the bar. Just Googled it. Got 8 red cards. Don't know where 46 has come from. Madhouse Bruno, definitely not player of the year. Maybe player of the decade, though. Rebel MC Key, not Gerrard. No, I know, I saw him, mate. Yeah, Bedoya from Colombia. 46 red cards. Christ. I'm surprised he played any games. If he breaks that record, they'll give it to him. Why? Why do you think it just off the back of a record? Ozil got those. Ozil was never player of the year, was he? Never going to give a player of the year to Ozil. De Bruyne. De Bruyne was never going to get player of the year purely off that. He actually had to achieve something across a long, long period of time. Liam Vernon Key, Reece James and Levi Colwill expected to be back for Chelsea for the FA Cup final. Colwill and Fofana are Chelsea's best defensive partnership when fit. Fofana is dreadful. A dreadful defender and a dreadful human being. Football and stuff, hi Key, what have I missed? You've missed Leeds winning 1-0 and it's now half-time and we're about to do our half-time quiz. AJ, can't lie, Dubravka should play for another team. He's class. I mean, he wasn't tonight. He definitely was the cost of the Leeds goal, I think. LJ, Bruno, I can understand. Casemiro, I don't know, but then I can see Garner, best centre mid defensive mid in the league. Yeah, I mean, Garner's done well as well for Everton. Fofana is a disgrace of a human being. Look at his driving. What are we saying? Pete, the United keeper is better than Bruno this season. Do you know what? I would agree. I think if you took Lamans out of Manchester United and replaced him with Bayindir all season, I think they'd be bottom half. Genuinely, I think they'd be bottom half. If Bayindir was in over Lamans all season, they'd be bottom half. I think you put Bruno Fernandes, you took him out, and you put, whether it be Xerxes just off the attacker, or you put Mason Mount in there, or you put maybe Cunha centrally and whoever out on the left-hand side, maybe a mix of Mbermo and Ahmad, Sesko centre forward. They would make that work. I guarantee you they would make that work. They would be probably about where they are. 4th or 5th. United would still be there if Lamans was there. Bruno Fernandes hasn't been that much of a game changer for United. They'd just put someone else on corners, someone else on free kicks, and they'd probably be about where they are. And that person would probably have Mason Mount. Put Mason Mount on United with Harry Maguire at the back. And people forget how big Casemiro and Maguire have been for Bruno Fernandes this season. A lot of his balls into the box flicked on. It's exactly that. A load of it's not even from open play. It's madness. Right, half-time quiz. Have we got Welshwing in here? I don't know if he's put a quiz in. Let me just double check. I don't want to overstep my bounds. Where are we? Jellyfish, Bruno's consistent. His input, desire, creativity and assist. And if we had better players, he would have had more assists. Nah. Liverpool fan, how's it going, mate? Right, let's have a little look here at what we've got. Do you reckon Salah might reverse his decision if Slot gets the boot? No, I don't want him to anyway. Salah's finished. Get him gone. Don't want him at the club. Get him finished. Get him gone. Wonderful player. Legend of the club. But no, we don't want him at the club anymore. Right. Here we go. Half-time quiz. Can you name for me the top 20 Leeds Premier League appearance holders? Appearance holders for Leeds in Premier League history. Can you get those? Get the answers in the chat. Coventry fan, can't wait for tomorrow. Last game in the Championship. Wonder who gets second place and we'll get the playoffs. Well, we're doing Wrexham. Wrexham against Middlesbrough at 12:30 tomorrow. So that should be a cracking game. Wrexham, Borough. Borough, outside chance still maybe of getting an automatic spot. Wrexham need to win, otherwise Hull and Derby are waiting to pounce in their graves kind of thing. Quintessentially quirky, Gary Kelly. Gary Kelly is number 1. Well done. If Verts had the same numbers, you'd be crying for the Ballon d'Or. Nah. Lucas Radaby. Good shout, Lucas Radaby, LJ. He's 6th. Not Billy Bremner. Football and Stuff says Ian Hart. Ian Hart is 2nd. Well done. Not Jackie Charlton. No, we're talking Premier League only. Yeboah is not there. No. Gary Kelly you've got. Radaby you've got. Gordon Strachan. No, not Gordon Strachan. Hasselbank. No, not Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Is this players that played for Leeds or just Leeds appearances? Leeds appearances. Football and Stuff says Bowyer. Lee Bowyer is number 4. Well done. Lee Bowyer's there. Yes. Not Eddie Gray and not Haaland. No, not Eddie Gray, not Haaland. Casper says David Weatherall. Yes, David Weatherall was 5th. Once scored a fantastic goal for Bradford against Liverpool. Nigel Martin says quintessentially quirky. Yep, Nigel Martin is 3rd. One of the best English goalkeepers of all time, in my opinion. Milner, Kuehl, Ferdinand. Kuehl is 7th. Milner is not there. Ferdinand is also not there. Good afternoon from the other side of the pond. Hope all is well. Good to see you, Ben. We're just doing the top 20 Leeds Premier League appearance holders for Leeds. We've so far got Gary Kelly, Ian Hart, Nigel Martin, Lee Bowyer, David Weatherall, Lucas Radaby and Harry Kuehl. Still some more to go. Gary McAllister. Yes, Gary McAllister is there. He's 10th. John Lukic. Well done. John Lukic is there. And Jack Harrison. Well done, Football and Stuff. Yeah. Terry Cooper. No, but David Batty is 15th. What a player he was, by the way. David Batty was fantastic. Louis says Gary Speed. Yeah, Gary Speed, God rest his soul, is 11th. Not Eric Cantona, 3-star. No. Bamford. No, not Patrick Bamford. Brian Dean. Yes, Brian Dean is right. Number 12. Well done. Trying to see if I've missed anyone else. Paul Robinson. No, not Paul Robinson. Alan Smith, Brendan. Yes, Alan Smith is number 9. Well done. Peter Lorimer. No, we're only talking Premier League era. Rebel MC says Viduka. Viduka is 14th. Luke Ayling and Kasper Schmeichel. Neither of those. Beanie, Mark Fish, Harry Kuehl we've already got. Palmer. No, none of them. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left to get. Pascal Strike is 20th. Well done, yes. We've already got Jack Harrison. Not Jack Harrison. John Lukic. David Batty. Viduka. Brian Dean. Gary Speed. Gary McAllister. Alan Smith. Rod Wallace. Harry Kuehl. Lucas Radaby. David Weatherall. Lee Bowyer. Nigel Martin. Ian Hart. And Gary Kelly. You've got 1, 2, 3 left to get. Erik Bakker. Well done, Erik Bakker. Norwegian centre mid in that Champions League run for Leeds. He's number 17. Not Dan James. Tony DeRigo. How about that? Yeah, Tony DeRigo. A little bit of a earlier Leeds shout. Not Nonto. And the final one there is Casper's just got it. It's Big Dom Matteo. Dominic Matteo, ex-Liverpool and Leeds legend Dominic Matteo. He's number 19. So there you go. That was the top 20 Leeds Premier League appearance holders for Leeds. Pascal Strike, Dom Matteo, Jack Harrison, Eric... How's Jack Harrison in the top 20? That's bad, isn't it? Eric Bakker, John Lukic, the goalkeeper, also played for Arsenal. Batty in midfield, famously missed a penalty for England against Argentina in the 98 World Cup. Viduka, what a player he was. Dorigo, Brian Dean, Gary Speed, Gary McAllister, wonderful player, Gary McAllister, one of my Liverpool's all-time best value for money signings, Gary McAllister. Alan Smith at 9, who crossed the border, didn't he, and went to United. Rod Wallace at 8, Kuhl at 7, Lucas Radaby 6, Weatherall 5, Bowyer 4, Nigel Martin. Still, for me, one of the best English goalkeepers we've seen in the Prem. Ian Hart was 2nd and Gary Kelly was 1st. Well done, everyone. Good stuff. That 70s Leeds side was legendary. Yeah, Bremner and... who else was there in that side? Bremner and Lorimer. My mind's gone blank. Woodgate. Woodgate left quite early, didn't he? Will, can we squeeze out one more quiz? I think we'd be cutting it fine. 3 minutes to kick off. We might be cutting it fine. What are we saying in the chat? Who've I missed earlier? City of Northville. Salah is one of the best, but this season has been shocking, especially after being so pissy last season for the big contract, then phoning it in this season. I think he has been really, really poor. Yeah, really, really poor. And the fact that he's come back and apologised to the players for throwing them under the bus, and the way that he behaved to Arne Slot as well. I think that's a big factor in him leaving. Football and stuff, do you think I did well at the quiz? You did. Yes, you absolutely did. Nailed a few there. LJ says, how good was Radaby? Name pronunciation is Radebe, I heard. Lucas, Radaby, however you want to pronounce it. South African, legendary centre-back. I never watched him play. Centre-back, wasn't he? He was, yes. He was a sensational centre-back. Very good. Norman Hunter, yeah. Norman Hunter. Joe Jordan. Oh yeah, remember Joe Jordan having the row on the touchline? Where he was with Tottenham, wasn't he? He had the row on the touchline with I can't remember who it was. Was it Gattuso? When he was Tottenham assistant manager. Football and stuff, are you live for the 3 p.m. tomorrow? I'm not. No, I'm not going to be doing the 3 p.m. tomorrow. Purely because I'm doing a 12:30, a 5:30 and an 8 o'clock. So I had to pick... The maximum number of games I can do in a day is 3. If I do 4, I am genuinely wiped out the next day. So, it really is. So, on your voice and everything, you feel really... It does get to you, 4 games. So, 3 is the absolute maximum. And tomorrow we've got... I think we've got 3 absolute belters tomorrow. Wrexham and Middlesbrough, 12:30. It's a final day of the Championship. It's a decider, basically. It's kind of like what York and Rochdale was going to be. Wrexham need to win. They absolutely need to win. If they drop points, Hull and Derby will sneak in behind them. Hull have got Norwich. Derby have got Sheffield United. One of them will sneak in if Wrexham drop points. Borough... outside chance, if Ipswich were to drop points against QPR, then, outside chance that Borough could sneak in automatics and get straight up to the Prem. So they could avoid the playoffs altogether with a win at Wrexham. Difficult place to go, the racecourse. So we'll be watching Wrexham Borough tomorrow. We'll also be doing Arsenal Fulham 5:30, and then at 8 o'clock we'll be finishing off with Osasuna against Barcelona. Barcelona can win the league title tomorrow, a week before they play the Clásico. They've got Real Madrid next weekend. I think it's May the 10th, actually, so it's not quite a week, but it's May the 10th they play Real Madrid. And Real Madrid might have maybe the embarrassment, I guess, of having to give a guard of honour, or at least have the decision of whether they give a guard of honour. They never gave the guard of honour last time, did they? And there was a bit of uproar about it. But do Real Madrid go and give Barca, do they clap them onto the pitch? Do they give them the credibility? I wonder. A younger Joe Jordan would wipe the floor with Gattuso. Imran says, favourite LFC player currently, probably Andy Robertson. I mean, Andy Robertson is probably my current favourite Liverpool player, but all time it's Robbie Fowler. Rob, how's it going? We won't do another one, no, because literally we're like 60 seconds, 90 seconds off the players coming back out here. Rebel MC, really don't want Disney FC in the Prem. Why? Why has everyone got so much against Wrexham? Jay Manchester, as a United fan, I disagree with your Bruno take, but I can tell you're a very unbiased Liverpool fan. Well, I can tell you when my team dive. I can tell you when my team play poorly. I'm not totally biased, but I do have a little bit of bias. We all have a little bit of bias, don't we? I think you've got to be honest about that. But I'm not, I know when I'm maybe stepping over the line with I'm being a bit too biased in favour of my team. LJ says Real Madrid left a bitter taste in my mouth this year. Finis Mate, I hope Barcelona lose tomorrow and then beat Real Madrid to win the league. Ooh, yeah, drop points to Osasuna have got an outside chance of Europe as well, by the way. They're doing all right recently. Rob says quiz is better than watching Leeds, though. Gamer Guru, there's nothing wrong with Wrexham. People are just jealous. They're just jealous. That's all it is. Trucker Matt, how's it going? Marching on together. Pete Greenall, quick quiz. How many goals did Liverpool score on the 5th of March, 2023? I think I know the one you're referring to there. Anyone see Key's head growing just then? What, when he said I was an unbiased Liverpool fan? Deadpool and his mate annoy the hell out of me. Why? Why do they annoy you? 3-star, no bias with me when it comes to my club. Oh, never. You're Mr. Unbiased. What do you think of Jose back to Madrid? Interesting given he was manager for the Prestiani thing. Yeah, we was chatting about this the other day. It does present a bit of an interesting dynamic, doesn't it? If he goes back in and has to take charge of Vinicius Jr. after kind of backing Prestiani. So yeah, that one could be a peculiar dynamic. I do think it's quite funny though, isn't it? Just how quickly we've seen Mourinho pivot from being washed. He was washed at Tottenham. He was even washed at Man United, wasn't he? A lot of people thought he was finished. He was done. And he's gone to Benfica. He has reinvented himself somewhat back in Portugal. Benfica on course to win the league. Unbeaten, I believe, as well. They would be the Invincibles, the Benfica Invincibles, I think. So they're doing really, really well. And as a result, Florentino Perez wants to take him back to Madrid. There's even now rumours linking him with the Chelsea job. There's rumours linking him with some of the other big jobs around Europe, including Bayern Munich, when Vincent Kompany inevitably moves back to Manchester City. So he's kind of gone in a bit of a cycle, hasn't he, Mourinho, where, we've gone from him being like the absolute, the special one, to, he's had a few bad managerial choices and washed. That phrase comes in, and then he's back up there. Love it. I love to see it. I really like Mourinho. Vinny will leave this summer or next summer. Egbert, smash the likes. Thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate that. Burnley start the second half strong here. Ball pull back. Edge of the box. Strike. Ward-Prowse. Straight at the keeper. Too easy. Ethan, what accent is that? Where are you from? Originally from St Helens, but I've worked in and around Liverpool, worked in and around Manchester for the majority of my adult life. So it's a little bit of it's kind of an all over the place accent. St Helens is in between Liverpool and Manchester. It's about 20. I was born 20 minutes from Anfield, but I grew up in a place called St Helens. That's where I'm originally from. I am Crute. Could see Mourinho at Newcastle full circle. He started under Sir Bobby, of course. Yeah, there's again rumours linking him with Newcastle, but I think now, given Madrid's on the cards, I'm not sure how easy it is for him to get him. Rob says Benfica aren't on course to win the league, mate. Someone came in the other day and said they were unbeaten, and if they don't win the league, they said there was a chance if they don't win the league. Hang on, let me have a look at the table. It's been a while since I've looked. We've not done the Liga Portugal for a while. 75, yeah. 75 points they're on, 7 points away. All right, fair enough. They're not going to win the league, but they are on course to be unbeaten. Maybe I've put 2 and 2 together and got 5 there, but they are unbeaten. I think I'm right in saying, aren't they? Finners Matty, what's the point of Burnley going down? They'll be back in a year's time. Exactly. Yes. But do you know what? That's Burnley have got to. I think this is the most times. If Burnley come back, they'll be the team that's been promoted to the Premier League the most times in history, won't they? Imran, have you got any LFC merch? Any LFC merch? What do you mean by any LFC merch? I've got like Liverpool tops. Yeah, like up here. I don't know if you can see that. I've got LFC. I've got loads of Liverpool kits. But in terms of merch, like for me, no. No, I'm not. You know, I think you've got to be a certain level really to start flogging merch. And I don't know. I feel like it's a bit. I'm not that guy. If at any point you start seeing me go, buy my new World Cup calendar. Yeah, no. Not really. Not really. Matthew Ross, are you disappointed there's no signings in place yet? No. Why would I be disappointed? There is signings in place. I mean, we've signed Jackie. That's already done. Gamer Guru, the downfall of Leicester needs to be studied. Prem winners relegated from the Championship. Madness. Leicester, Luton, Oldham were the same. Swindon, they all had a bit of a fall off when they left the Prem. Sad, innit? Very, very sad. LJ, that's actually something I don't like, sir. Like, football shouldn't destroy your day that much. I'm not saying you shouldn't love your club. Flying Pig, smashing things up when United lose. See, now that's performative, isn't it? I like Flying Pig a lot, but that is performative. That is performative. He's playing the role of a character there. There's no way that that's how he does it. There's just no way. There's no way. If you're at the point of smashing things up, if you're smashing things up when your team lose, and that's a regular occurrence for you, then you need therapy. That's a character. The guy's very, very... I like him a lot. I really enjoy watching him. But there's no way in hell that is how he normally reacts. If he was at Old Trafford, he wouldn't be smashing things up, would he? No chance. It's not how anyone reacts. No chance. Ethan, what's the score, mate? The score is currently Leeds 1, Burnley 0. Brendan, don't be too moral about it, Key. No harm in taking a bit of sponsorship if it helps. Oh, no, sponsorship, absolutely, yeah. Listen, it's not being moral about it too much. Like, you'd be amazed how much I've turned down in terms of, like, I don't think that quite sits right with the channel. I don't really want to, like, promote that type of stuff. And some of the stuff is, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to seem, like, too high and mighty in any way, because I'm not. I'm as working class as they come, but I also don't want to shove sponsorship down your throats for the sake of shoving it down your throats kind of thing and making a few quid. If I think something's, one, helps the channel grow and it's good, then yeah, absolutely, I don't mind if it's credible. But I don't just want to push all and sundry. There's a lot of stuff I've been messaged about, will you do this, will you do that? Crypto being one of them. Thousands and thousands of pounds being offered ahead of the World Cup to promote crypto type stuff. No thanks, not me. And again, nothing wrong if you've got that, but I just, yeah, wouldn't do it. Gamer Guru, not sad for Swindon. I live near Swindon. It's a shithole. City of potholes and boarded windows. Leeds are in. It's there. Okafor 2-0. That's it wrapped up. What a finish. Okafor 2-0. Burnley done. Dusted. What a goal. Absolutely fantastic, that from Leeds. 53 minutes on the clock. They've scored early in the first half, early in the second half. And I think that might be the game wrapped up. Calvert-Lewin driving forward down the right-hand side. Plays the ball in with a lovely little back heel. It's Justin far post, and what a ball in that is. Is it Justin or Bogle? Who gets the assist here? Bogle, isn't it? Bogle, lovely, lovely cross. And then side foot, wonderful finish that. Really, really top goal. 2-0 2-0 for Leeds. Michael Jackson. Sham on, brother. You've got to get that one turned around now. Three-star. Just to let you know, Keith, if you're thinking of doing a Premier League dad calendar for merch, there's no way I'm taking my kit off in December. Don't fancy doing one of the... Should we not do a... Yeah, little Premier League dad calendar. Get the mods involved. Why not? Dino, evening Key. How are you, mate? Hope all's well. I am very good, sir. How are you? Not good for Spurs. To be honest, I don't think Spurs were even thinking that Leeds were the one that they were going to reel back in. I think if anyone, it's going to be West Ham and maybe Forest. Rebel MC, how long a contract did Walker sign at Burnley? I think Kyle Walker wasn't it a 2-year deal? I think it was a 2-year deal. I'm sure he'll be there in the Championship unless someone comes in for him. Yo, Harry, how's it going, sir? I am Crew. Wonder if Michael Jackson's stint at Burnley was teased at the end of the Michael film. I've not seen the Michael film. I don't think I will be watching it, to be honest. So, it's so mad. Brendan, you could advertise like the auction for Anfield. Eat white bread. Somehow I don't think the channel would last very long if we took the approach of George Integrity white bread, wasn't it? George Integrity white bread. I'll get the lard. Scott Parker should get the Chelsea job now because Company got the Bayern job after relegating Burnley. Oh yeah, hey, maybe that's a good point. Do you know what? There was a fella who came out on X yesterday. He is a analyst. I think he's one of the... I think he's sort of the head of data analysis for Burnley or something like that. And he works very closely with managers. He's got a long career. He's worked with Guardiola. He's worked with Klopp. He's worked with all sorts of top managers in his career. And he genuinely said that Scott Parker is one of the best young managers, one of the best managers he's ever worked with. Tanaka, big chance. It's 3. It's 3. It's an absolutely shocking touch that from the... I think Dubravka's made another howler here. He stayed down. He's claiming injury, but I don't think the referee's calling it. Calvert-Lewin gets the tap in. It's 3-0. This is it. That's it. Game's done. Game's wrapped up with 35 to go. Oh, here we go. They're screaming for the stretcher here. I think Dubravka's... I think there's a bit of play acting going on here. What do we think, folks? Yeah, I just don't think there's anything wrong with that. Tanaka with the strike. Dubravka pushes it out rather than away. And Calvert-Lewin's the first to get to it. Oh, he does. Now, when he gets to the ball, he does land on Dubravka quite awkwardly. And I think it is studs to his knee. So it's a bit... He's certainly not play acting. I'll take that back. It's very naughty, that, from... Calvert-Lewin, I don't think he meant it, but it is 3-0. Leeds, they're not going to rule this one out. Gamer Guru, I'm a Brighton fan, mate. No, he's not. He's a big, dirty Arsenal fan. Dirty Leeds. Dirty Arsenal. I personally don't think Walker would be at this level without his pace for the last 5 years anyway. No, I agree. He's been a player who's always... His pace has got him out of danger, hasn't he? Still a very good defender, though. I don't want to overplay it too much. Surely we've got to call them Burnley. Burnley. Oh, we'll be here all night. What are we saying? Burnley are whinging and then they've been put to sleep. Rose was selfish not letting Jack use the door for a bit. Well, Leeds 3, Burnley 0, Parag Marat, the Leeds chairman and co-owner there. I hate that Burnley, he made me laugh. Timbo, how you going? Might just leave straight away. Just unsubscribe on your way out, mate. Don't spend too long. How you doing, lad? Imran says, are you confident without Salah against us? Listen, Mo Trafford, he's done very well, hasn't he, Salah, whenever he's gone to Old Trafford. And it's going to be difficult without him, of course. But then again, he's not been great all season, Mo. So, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure it's going to be that big of a loss. Like, we'd rather have him, but I also don't think it's a huge loss. So I think if we play a front three of... Does Rio start? Maybe Rio starts. I think it'd be difficult to put Rio in against United. Yeah, it's probably going to be Gakpo, Isak and Wirtz front three. Who do you think goes? Or Frimpong maybe. Frimpong probably plays further up. Finners Matty, who do you think goes as England's second striker? I would take Calvert-Lewin. Yeah, I would take him just because I think we need some sort of a different type of player to Harry Kane. Someone you can knock the ball long to. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is a cheat code at that. Like, he's so good. He's not the most clinical, Calvert-Lewin, but I'll tell you one thing that he's incredible at. If you knock the ball long to him, he will win the ball every time aerially. He gets the best centre-backs. He dominates in the air. And he's great at holding the ball, chesting it down, taking it down, and holding it up and bringing other players in. Really, really good at that. He's done really well at that for Leeds this season. And he has pinched a few goals as well. So he deserves a lot of credit, Calvert-Lewin. If Danny Welbeck was maybe 3 or 4 years younger, I'd probably be inclined to take Danny Welbeck. Timbo, doing good, mate. Sadly, Chelsea will probably ruin that this weekend. Do you think? I think you do okay against Forest. I think both Forest and Villa lose this weekend. I think they'll both have one eye in the Europa League semi-final. Madhouse Isak will get stretching off. Lyle Foster, is he out injured or dropped? I think he is out injured. I'm sure he is. Let's have a look. He was a big part of Burnley at the start of the season, wasn't he? Let's have a look. He's not on the bench and he's not listed as an injured player. Lyle Foster. Why has he not played? He played 19 minutes off the bench against Man City. So he has played recently, but he hasn't been involved tonight for whatever reason. Baffling. There you go. No Lyle Foster. It's a shame. Lyle Foster had to take some time out as well, didn't he? We should probably make note of that obviously Lyle Foster struggled with his... I think he said he was suffering with mental health, wasn't he? He had some time away from the game, and came back. Yeah. When was that? November 2023. Yeah. Top scorer Lyle Foster in the care of specialists after the recurrence of a mental health issue, and came out and spoke about suffering with depression. That was really brave of the guy, to be fair. That was a couple of years ago when Vincent Kompany was there, and to get back to playing Premier League football, and I say get back to playing Premier League football. He did well for Burnley last year, didn't he? And has stayed and got back to the top level. I think he's had a couple of actual, sort of physical, like injury issues, muscle strains and things like that have kept him out this season as well. But good to see him back as well on that note. If Forest went down but won the Europa League, would that basically ruin the Championship title race next year? No, I don't think so. I think if anything, Forest would probably struggle to come up to the Premier League if they were in the Champions League as well. That's a lot of games. The Champions League and 46 games in the Championship. That's a lot. That is a lot of games. I told you that in confidence. Imran, does your wife like football? No, not really. No, she's very much into fashion and let's call it junk TV. It is junk TV as far as I'm concerned. It's like, yeah, trashy like Towie and, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and all that stuff. Callum says, we'll have defo confirmed their survival tonight. They will up the GD now. Sarah, right guys, off to bed. Good night and sweet dreams. Take it easy. See you soon, Sarah. Thank you very much, as always, for your help tonight. Reality TV. Well, yeah, it is. It is kind of reality TV. She freely admits it is garbage, but she just enjoys watching it. Leeds, edge of the box. This is a big chance. Leeds are really pushing on here. Could be 4 or 5, this one, if they keep pushing. Kyle Walker. Whoa! What are you doing there, Kyle Walker? Heads it over the bar. Shit TV, the second you watch any of it with her, you're hooked for a bit. Do you know what the worst bit is? Is that I'll come home after this tonight and she'll be like, oh, can I just tell you about this that's happened? And I'll be like, go on. So I don't want to be rude. Go on. What is it? And she'll like, so like Beth was saying this, and she's secretly cheating with, you know, give me some stupid Rain. She's secretly cheating with Rain, but you know, Parker or Paxton's feeling really weird about it. And I'm like, oh fucking hell. And then after about 10 minutes, I'm sat there like, I look up, I'm like, I do start getting a bit invested in it. Yeah, Kardashian, that's it. Yeah, so she does like keeping up with the Kardashians. She loves all that stuff. Brendan, it's a lot of games to be fair, but they would be able to hold on to who they want and probably even strengthen considerably with the draw of the Champions League football. That's a really weird pitch, that, isn't it? Like a proper weird pitch to say to players, listen, we've got the Champions League next season, but we're also probably going to be playing Lincoln. We're playing Lincoln. We've got the Imps and Real Madrid in the same season. K. Magoo, really key, says no spoilers and then starts catching up on it himself. Yeah, in secret. In secret, I'm secretly watching it. We have Heidenheim tomorrow and then Everton v City Monday. Everton City Monday, I'll be there for it. No wrong with Lincoln Key. No, not at all. Not at all. But, you know, there is a disparity there between Real Madrid and Lincoln. Florentino and Pires comes on for Ward Prowse and... who else was it who went off there? Who was it who went off? Pires for Hartman. Mabry went off earlier for Laurent. And... or Florentino came on for Ward Prowse. Mabry came on for Laurent. Lincoln and Spurs next season. Spurs aren't going down. I cannot see a world where Spurs are in the Championship next season. It will blow my mind if Spurs are in a Championship next year. Imran, favourite takeaway? 1000% it's Curry. Not even close, it's Curry. What's yours? We are again veering into that time of the stream where in the last 25 minutes, the result is wrapped up. There's still going to be plenty more goals. I get the feeling Burnley are starting to get a bit feisty now. There might be a red card in this one. They don't like it. They don't like getting beat. Adzo, are you watching any of the final day Championship games tomorrow? I am, mate, yeah. I'm live for Wrexham and Borough, 12:30, but obviously we'll be doing all of the final day stuff. So, yeah, we'll be keeping an eye on everything going on in the Derby Sheffield United games, the Hull and Norwich game. Just to kind of see how it all plays out. But yeah, Wrexham and Borough, I'm live 12 o'clock tomorrow for that one. Jellyfish Spurs will be beef chow mein. And Brendan says, if you're a lower half or even middle of the road, Prem, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, I think you'd 100% take a year in the Championship to play Champions League football. Imran, chippy. There's a bit of a scandal going on in the northwest of England, where I am at the moment, by the way. Zion Fleming out to the left-hand side. Burnley, strike. Oh, it's in. Is it in? Is it in? Oh, offside. Oh, so unlucky. So unlucky. Nearly 1-0, that one. I think it was Lucas Pires at the back stick. Was he offside? As the ball comes in. Nah, he's on. This one's going to count. This one's going to count. I think it's going to be 3-1. Great finish. He's onside there. He is onside. Strike from Hartman. Pires, I think, at the back stick, is it? He's on. Oh, I don't know, actually. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's not. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to do it. I think he looked onside at the first glance, but now they've shown the other angle, it might be off. Oh, it's going to be tight. It's going to be very snug, this one. That looked onside, didn't it, Matty? It definitely looked onside. Mike Krengle, butter chicken's lovely. Oh, yes, love a bit of butter chicken. Well, do you know what? I don't. My missus loves butter chicken. I'm more of a Madras / Rogan Josh type of guy. Looks onside. Doner kebab, even if it's made from rat knobs or whatever. Rat knobs. Oh, no way. I think the Hammers are going down. Yeah, West Ham seem more likely than Spurs at the minute. Oh, he is just offside. No, you can't give him offside for his hand. What's played him offside there? Oh, I want to see the lines on this one. No, that didn't look offside to me. I'm sorry. It's not going to count. 3-0. Lucas Perez ruled out. Now, that would have made the last 20 interesting. Burnley might have had a good go at him. Have your finest rat knobs and pig bollocks, sir. Yeah, no, just to come back to what I was saying just before the goal went in, the non-goal. There is a bit of a scandal in the Northwest here with chippies, given someone mentioned chippies. Specifically Chinese chippies, which are a thing in the Northwest. In Liverpool in particular, when people go to the chippy, they also tend to order Chinese food. And basically, there's been a study that's been done, and I can't quote the exact statistics, you have to look up the study, but it's something along the lines of, in the UK, there's a law that if you go into a chippy and you ask what the fish is, they have to legally tell you what type of fish it is. Because if you order a fish and chips, some places will actively say cod and chips, and because the price of cod has skyrocketed in recent years, it's cost gradually more and more and more. But in some chippies, this sparked because a chippy in Liverpool reported that he was charging for cod and all of his competitors were selling non-cod. So like they did a study. They went and chose, I think it was like 10 chippies in the Northwest in Liverpool, 10 chippies in Manchester. And I think it was something like out of 20 chippies, there was like 7 or 8 of them that were selling catfish. Catfish instead of cod. Now, haddock, people have understood, people have had haddock for years, and there's nothing wrong with catfish. They eat it in China. It's quite common, apparently, in China. Strike! Oh, it's 3-1! That's going to count. Loom Chowner with the goal. 3-1. Timbo, every chippy in Liverpool is a Chinese. Makes no sense. It is true. It is true, honestly. A lot of the chippies in Liverpool, and around this way, to be honest, as well, are Chinese chippies. You can get like fried rice and all that stuff there. Gamer Guru, we've got a few Chinese chippies here in the southwest. What a finish this was, by the way. But I think again the keeper's a bit of a questionable one. Jellyfish, they sell haddock. Just under a tenner for a cod down here in the East Midlands. This is it. Ours only do haddock. There's nothing wrong. I've tried haddock. They have like whitefish and cod. But like there are, apparently, because catfish is like a third or even a quarter of the price of cod, tastes broadly the same, and it's like very commonly eaten in China. Apparently that's being sold in a lot of chippies around the Northwest, and it's like a sort of moment. We're literally getting catfish, that's it. Tom, I would take Wharton at LFC, just like Gravenberch. I think we need better. I like him, but I think we need better. 20 minutes left. I think that should be 3-2. Honestly, I think Burnley have been ripped off here. Cod prices are going up due to the species being overfished. They are, aren't they? Yes. And England don't have control of our waters over that. I'm sure that the waters are being... Yeah. Bayern Munich, you are in fan reaction, reacting to Arsenal. That shows you hate Arsenal. No. No, it doesn't show that I hate Arsenal. I don't hate Arsenal. We've got a chippy in Sheffield who sells whitefish instead of cod. I think it's fine as long as you price it accordingly. Glasgow chippies are usually Italian. Yeah, I was going to say Glasgow chippies and Scottish chippies in general tend to be leaning more towards like kebabs and, you know, that side of things. Whereas in the Northwest, tends to be more like Chinese food accompanies your chippy. Hate watch accusations. Madhouse, bet your catfish is tasty. It might well be. I'm sure it's lovely. Amdouni Ambrosia about to come on for Burnley. Still 3-1 to Leeds. 74 on the clock. Still time. Mike, when I went, they only had haddock. And Madhouse, I'd love to try horse meat. I'm not woke. Horse meat. Again, that's it. There are a lot of people, there's some stuff people will eat and some people won't. I remember my mate going to, where was he now? Was it in, not Laos? I think it was. He might have been in Laos. I'm sure he was in Laos. He was travelling through that part of the world. And he ate dog and he ate monkey. And I was a bit like, oh. I mean, I draw the line at some things. But then again, is it really that different? Is it really that different? It's an animal, isn't it? I guess it's just because we picture it differently to pigs and chickens and cows. Timbo, there's no takeaway that makes me feel more shit than a Chinese, but it's so nice. Can't touch it. Same with, I just can't touch it, honestly. It's, my views. Timbo, it's all meat at the end of the day. What made us randomly decide pig is fine, but can't eat dog? Exactly. I mean, this is, again, we're going on a weird, you just don't get this on Sky Sports. You just don't get it. We'll deep fry anything for you. Nothing is better than ice cream truck wars. Had one outside my door once when I was like 6. It was mental. And LJ says, one time when I visited South Africa, I saw a killer whale near where I was standing while fishing. Ooh, love that. My dad's into fishing. He's not been for a long time, but he used to be into fishing. He used to catch sharks. He used to take me big brother and catch sharks. Madhouse, I've had crocodile. Now, crocodile, no. But there's a pub. In fact, do you know what? Gamer Guru, you might know it. I've got family down near Swindon. There's a pub. There's a weird pub near Swindon that serves like alligator steaks and ostrich steaks. And it's like just like a normal like country pub. But it's famous for serving weird and wonderful stuff. And it serves, alligator, ostrich, shark, just all weird manner of stuff. Bayern Munich, will Liverpool showcase? I don't even know what that is. Jellyfish, pigeon pie, that's what you want to eat. Pigeon pie? No, thank you. Bit gamey for me. Deep fried Mars bars, actually nice. I've never had them. I've never ever had a deep fried Mars bar. I couldn't bring myself to. I can't even have a battered sausage. Even that just makes me feel like your arteries are closing up inside, don't you? You can't have that. Eels with jelly eels. See, even jellied eels I couldn't have. What are we saying, Timbo? I had octopus in Sicily. Was surprised by how nice it was. I mean, squid is beautiful. Squid is absolutely fantastic. I imagine octopus is the same, but calamari, calamari's like my starter of choice. If I can have a starter when I'm on holiday or something like that. If I'm in Spain or somewhere like that, yeah, calamari. A little bit of lemon juice on it. Beautiful. I know Elvis Presley's favourite food was squirrel burgers. No, I'm not buying that. You're not roping me into that one. I'll batter a sausage for you, Key. Now. You're going to breach your restraining order if you're not careful. Battered chips. Right, here we go. Come on. Last 15 minutes here. Last 15. Are we going to get another goal in this one? Burnley, if they manage to get one in the next 10, could make a nervy finish for Leeds. And what a dreadful end to this game that would be for Leeds. Giving the ball away. Look at that. They're starting to look a bit rattled here, Leeds. Burnley are down. They've got nothing to play for, really. They can kind of play with a bit of freedom. Gamer Guru, cannot lie. I haven't heard of that place, Kate. I'll try and find it. It's near. I say it's Swindon. It's like Swindon Way. Is there a pub called the Hot Air Balloon? Let me have a look. I'm trying to find it now. It's called the balloon. I'm sure it's called the hot air balloon or something like that. Oh, it's going to do me head in now. I'll find out what it's called the next stream. There's a pub, and it's not that pub, but it's like down the road from that pub. 3-star, calling it a night, everyone. See you all tomorrow. Take care. Take it easy, 3-star. Yeah, catch you soon, mate. Ball out to the left-hand side. Burnley pull the ball back. Leeds clear it away. Starting to just hang on a little bit here. Starting to get a bit scrappy. Mick 1390. Save a beard, shave a beef. Okay. The Herbaline in Fitton Bristol. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm saying it's nearby. Gloucester Road near Bristol. Let me see if I can find it on maps. I don't think it's on a roundabout. It might well be, actually, you know. It might well be that. Maybe it is. How do I see, like, Street View? No, I don't think it is that. No, it's not that one. It's not that one. The phrase "have a look" has been ruined for me now. Can we get a check on that, please, sir? Pineapple fritters. Again, has anyone ever had them? You always see them sold at like Indian takeaways. Pineapple fritters, banana fritters. Never had them. Can't bring myself to have one of them. Have you ever tried an apple fritter? I haven't, but I love apple. I really, really do like apple, dessert-based, apple, anything fruit-based, dessert-wise, I love. So yeah, I probably would love an apple fritter. Although I don't like an apple pie from Mackey's. The apple pie from Mackey's is minging. But I quite like a, I don't know, maybe an apple fritter I would like. See if you can find it next stream. I'm well interested in that. I will find it. I promise you, I'll find it. I know exactly where it is. It's been a long time since we drove down there. It's my in-laws used to live down that way, and we used to drive down there probably twice a year for a while before they moved. So now, and I always remember we stopped off at that pub, and it was the air balloon. It had an air balloon on the bloody sign. It's killing me. It's doing me head in. I'll figure out what it is. Timbo, you want to get a chicken chat next time you go for a curry key? Beautiful starter. Chicken chat. Nah, can't get a chicken chat. Don't even know what it is. Tony Snooker fan, hi key. Oh my god, just look tonight. There's been a frame of snooker at the World Championships. Just one frame, 100 minutes long. Plenty of snookering in that then, isn't there? Plenty of snookers. More fool you, sir. I mean, I don't know what it is. What is it? What exactly is chicken chat? Mick says spam fritter on a bacon chili cheeseburger. Thank me later. No, can't have bacon. Swerve bacon. Fresh apple juice. Splendid. I used to like Space Raiders and Monster Munch. I promise you there is a football game that we're watching here, by the way. But there's just not a lot happening. Burnley were pushing to get back in it. They got that goal through Chowner. It looked like Leeds were rattled for a little bit. They've just settled down a little minute. Danny Farke feels like he's just told, just have a minute, just keep hold of the ball, settle it down for a minute. And they seem to have done quite well. Green King, found it for you, Key. Is it a Green King? It might be a Green King pub. Maybe it is. Banoffee pie is delicious. Again, don't mind banana, but not necessarily toffee. I'm going Torquay United tomorrow for their playoff against Dorking. Enjoy it, mate. Enjoy that one. That should be a cracking match. Okay. Kyle Walker with the throw-in. Sticky date pudding. Oh, no. Callum, it had a hot air balloon on it. The sign. And what's it called? Mick, I'm higher than a dwarf on a ladder, bro. I'm face deep in Farley rusks and strawberry milkshakes. Farley's rusks are different gravy. I remember them as when my little girl was like really, really young. Farley's rusks, lifesaver. They're incredible stuff. Paul Tierney, best Leeds player to go to Liverpool. Kuehl, for example. Definitely not Harry Kuehl. Definitely not Harry Kuehl. Harry Kuehl was dreadful for Liverpool. Absolutely dreadful. Best Leeds... I mean, the best... I'm trying to think of Leeds players who've come directly to Liverpool. I don't think there's too many. There's quite a few who've played for both. Gary McAllister, for me, would be the standout one. Robbie Keane was all right. I mean, he was only with us for a short spell. Just never quite worked out for Robbie Keane. Has there ever been anyone moved directly from Leeds to Liverpool? There's been a few moved from Liverpool to Leeds. Nick Barmby, Don Matteo. Here we go. James Milner, of course, played for both. Played for both Liverpool and Leeds. Here we go. So we've had Harry Kuehl, James Milner, Robbie Fowler, my hero, of course. El Hadj Diouf. Scott Carson. Now, did Scott Carson come to us from Leeds? I don't know if he did he? Header. Oh, good save. Andy Lonergan, James Milner, Lee Peltier, Jermaine Pennant, Ian Rush, and Stephen Warnock. There's not many more ex-Liverpool players in the media that I hate more than Stephen Warnock. Absolute Fruit Loop he is. It's just called the air balloon. That's the one in Filter Me. Don't think that's the one. Yeah, and I don't think it is that one. I'll have a look. I will have a look, I promise you. Ian Rush. Yeah, Rushy. Did Rush go to Leeds first and then to Newcastle? I think he might have done, mightn't he? Yeah, I remember him in the Packard Bell kit. Harry Kuehl over Ronaldo. Mad Pup says Wraith Rovers 3, Ross County 2, and we've got fights on the pitch. Timbo, have you ever had Cobra beer from an Indian key? It's a lovely light beer to go with a heavy curry. I've never had a beer, mate. Promise you, I've never had a beer. In my entire life, never had a beer. I mean, it's like I've sipped. It's like when people have said, "Here, do you want to try?" I've had a little like sip, but I've never ever had a pint ever. I'm strictly a short man. Bourbons. That's my tipple. I'll have a nice Maker's Mark, a nice JD, a nice Hague Blue or something like that. Score update, Mike. It's Leeds 3, Burnley 1. Timbo, you've never finished a pint. Madness. I've never ordered a pint. It's not I've never finished it. I've never ordered it. Yeah. I've genuinely never ever ordered a pint because I've never felt cause to. Because when I first started like drinking when I was like 18. It tastes a bit. It's a bit minging, isn't it? It's a bit like it tastes awful. So I just started on shorts. I just started on like whiskies and stuff like that, and then that's all I ever drank when I went out. It's cheaper as well, and you don't end up all gassy and all sorts. So yeah, no, I just never really bothered with it. But I've tried like Guinness. I've had a little sip here and there, and I've had a little sip of like whatever beer's going. If people say, "Do you want to try a bit of this?" But I'm not. I'd rather be. I'd rather be that guy who just has like whiskies and like whatever vodka or something like that, rather than one of them IPA numpties. Like, oh yeah, give us a. They've got all weird names for the IPA stuff, haven't they? Key goes straight for the classics. Never had a beer, straight on the LSD. Rum is great. Beer's defo an acquired taste. Beer was my least fave drink at 18. It's my go-to now. Maybe it is an acquired taste. Maybe it's something. I always remember my dad used to say that when I was growing up with like a Sunday roast. Whenever I had a Sunday roast growing up, I used to always just have like Yorkshire pudding, maybe But it was very bland. It was potatoes, beef or chicken, whatever the meat was, gravy. That's it. That's all I wanted. Just give me potatoes and meat. That's it, with gravy on and maybe a Yorkshire pudding. And he was like, I tell you what, I can't believe you're not having this stuff. It's absolute gear. It's absolute gear. I can't believe you're not having like carrots and turnips, and you're not having like cabbage, and you're not having cauliflower and broccoli and whatever. And now, like, they're my favourite parts of a Sunday roast. So it does change, doesn't it? Your eating habits does change. Who wants a beer, Gut Key? Well, I've managed to acquire one without a beer. It's quite a feat. Gamer Guru started drinking 18. You never spent your youth pissed in a field on Frosty Jackson Wickeds when you were 13. Oh, I did. No, of course I did. But that was WKDs, wasn't it? That was like hooch. That wasn't. Yeah, you're not drinking beer at that point. You're drinking White Lightning. White Lightning and Red Star. The cheapest thing you can get after saving all your dinner money all week. Once downed a Guinness, woke up the next day with half of my body bruised. Coffee too. Hated it as a kid. Loved it now. See, that's another thing I've never had. Never had a coffee. Never had a coffee. Never had a beer. Never lived, some would say. What about like cider? Are you a cider fan? I am. But I also just think like I'm 36. At some point, I can't go into a pub and order a Copperberg. Have some self-respect, man. I think there's an element of like mystery to a guy going in a pub and ordering give me a. I don't know why I'm doing it in an American accent. Give me a bourbon, give me a Maker's Mark, give me a whatever. That's kind of, acceptable broadly. You go in and you order a Copperberg. I think you may be revealing a bit too much of yourself. LJ, anyway, calling it a night. See you guys whenever. I'll be watching the Championship final day live. Let's see what happens till then. Adios. Take it easy, mate. Yes, we'll be live tomorrow at 12 o'clock for the Championship. Key on the Bacardi Breezes. That's it, lad. Yes. I wasn't really mad on Bacardi Breezes. Smirnoff Ice, Wickeds. It was just whatever people got, wasn't it, when you were younger, when you were 14, 15. Not that I'm encouraging that behaviour, by the way. Stay safe. Stay drink safe. Gamer Guru was going to say, mate, it's a rite of passage to be British. It is, yes, of course. Life is good, says Key. Trent or Gary Neville? Trent Alexander-Arnold. And Gary Neville agrees with that, by the way. Lovely shepherd's pie with gravy. Love it. Yeah. Finners Matty, I'm off now, Key. Night all. Take it easy, mate. Have a good one. See you soon. 8 minutes of added on time here. Have what you want to drink, mate. I'll happily be fruity with my Copperberg. I think I would need someone else to, support me on that venture. I don't think I've got the necessary confidence to walk in and while everyone else is ordering, a gaggle of Guinness. And pints of Stella or whatever it is, Carlsberg, and I'm sat there with a little Copperberg. There is just a little bit about that just lets you know, come on, Key, step it up, lad. A nice cold Worthington's does the trick every time. Boddington's. To be fair, I like a pint more of a Spirit fan, mainly Captain Morgan's. Yeah, my father-in-law loves a Captain Morgan's. Fun fact, Captain Morgan's is not a rum. It's not legally allowed to be called a rum because apparently for a rum to be a rum, it has to be a minimum of 40% alcohol volume, and it's 38 or 39%, something like that. So it's technically Captain Morgan's is a spiced liqueur. It is not a rum. Oh, here we go. Gamer Guru, everyone doing their rounds, and Key's got a glass of scotch in his robe with a pipe. Yeah, that's it. I'm trying to be cultured Key, that's what it's about. Jellyfish, triple whiskey on the rocks and a pint of your finest ale, my good man. Take some moral support to the bar. Excuse me, mate, will you come to the bar with me? Why? Just so you can... I just want to order... Can we order 2 of these? I'll have both of them, but I just want it to appear as if one of them's for you. Far post, Burnley! Oh, nearly 3-2. Nothing beats Friday night Premier League with Key Thomas. Well, that's very kind of you to say, but I think once you've got out into the wide world, there might be a few things that beat Friday night with Key Thomas. Hopefully the wife doesn't disagree with that. Living free, Gamer Guru, Black Cherry Kraken Rum is my choice of rum. He's got a fair few of them. Yeah, he likes the bottles. He collects the bottles. But I don't think he drinks them. Copperberg gives me splashback and frothy scentage. Nice. Love that. Get the rounds in and a cream pie for desserts. Fucking hell, jellyfish. Stevie G interview today. Salah said he'd be back before the Brentford game. Love that. Well, let's hope so. Let's hope so. Nathan, you don't get fun facts on Sky Sports. You just don't. It's just something you don't get at all. How much added time is there, Key? There was 8 added minutes. We've got 5 more to go. 5 added minutes left. Dead Man's Fingers, the best rum ever. I wonder if Corona stocks went up or down in the end with COVID. I don't know if people... Would that have affected people? I did... we did a thing the other day. A quiz the other day. I don't know if you were in for it. And it was the top 20 things... Top 20 items sold in UK supermarkets last year in 2025. And I think out of the top 20... brands, it was top 20 brands sold in UK supermarkets last year. I'm almost certain there was about 9 or 10 of them. I think half of them were alcohol. I don't think it was quite half. It might have been 7 or 8. I think it was 8 of them was alcohol, and I was a bit like, that's quite telling of what Britain is like as a society at the minute. That of the top 20 brands sold in the UK, and it was things like obviously Andrex, I think, was up there, or some sort of toilet roll. I think Heinz, maybe tomato ketchup was there. And, and there was about 8 different alcohol brands. Smirnoff was definitely one of them. I can't remember what the beer was. There was a couple of beers. I think Foster's might have been one of the beers. Makes me proud to be British. List of vapes and alcohol. That's another thing, never done vaping. Stayed away from vaping. Not good for you. Maybury, strike. Easy. Cleared away that by Leeds. Alcohol's very popular. It is indeed. Yes, very, very popular. Down in 3 litres of Frosty Jacks and White Lightning was always fun. And mixers, there's more Morrisons than pubs these days. Yeah, pubs shutting down at a rapid rate. Very sad. Again, that's a reflection of society, isn't it? A lot of people now not going to pubs, meeting up. Me and my old man used to go pub every single Monday, do the quiz, meet up with a few of the lads who he's known for decades. Just don't do it anymore. I mean, sadly, many of those have passed on, sadly. But, yeah, it's kind of an indictment on... It's too expensive, isn't it? Too expensive. Ball down the right-hand side. Burnley pull the ball back. 2 minutes to go at the end of this one. Don't forget, by the way, just a quick reminder as we enter the last couple of minutes of the game here. I'll be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock. We've got 3 big games tomorrow, 3 watch-alongs. I'll be live with you for basically 8 hours, near enough. Burnley, chance! Oh, over the bar from Jadon Anthony. 3 big watch-alongs tomorrow, starting off with the Championship final day. The Championship final day tomorrow is going to be a great watch. I'll be live from 12 o'clock tomorrow with Wrexham and Middlesbrough. That's the game we're going to be watching. But obviously we'll be keeping an eye on all the other big games that are going on. There's loads and loads of classics going on tomorrow. Ipswich against QPR. Sheffield United away at Derby. Derby need to win that one. Hull need to win against Norwich. Middlesbrough and Wrexham both need to win tomorrow. No, a draw is not good to either of them. So... that one should be a really, really good one tomorrow. And 5:30, we're back for Arsenal Fulham. 8 o'clock, we're going to see if Barcelona can lift the La Liga title against Osasuna. So hopefully he'll join me for some of them. Even if, maybe all of them, who knows? I don't know what your Saturday's up to. I don't know if you've got plans. If you've got plans, then have a great Saturday. I won't hold it against you. Maybe you'll be back on Sunday for United against Liverpool and Aston Villa against Tottenham. Maybe I won't even see you till Bank Holiday Monday. I'm going to be live on Bank Holiday Monday for 3 games as well. Chelsea against Forest. Hearts against Rangers. What a big game that one is. Hearts chasing a historic first title in 66 years under Derek McInnes. That is going to be amazing. Should be a great game. Hearts Rangers. The Jambos, the Jam Tarts at Tynecastle. Can they take a big stride towards a first league title? We'll be watching that at 5:30 on Saturday. And then Monday, we'll be finishing up with Everton and Man City. Come on, City. Come on, City. Key is holding it against you, he's lying. Oh, I'm furious. If you don't come back tomorrow, I mean, I'll be livid. but I listen, I appreciate you. There's beer gardens. Maybe, listen, I'm trying to get a pub locally to start broadcasting me in the beer garden. I think that'd be a win. Get me on in the beer garden. Mick says, I'm lucky. Our village boozer got around 7 years left. Once the pensioners pass away, it's over. Oh, bloody hell. Imran Key, see you Sunday. I'm going bed. Take it easy, mate. I'll see you on Sunday for the United game. Tony Snooker fan, I think we'll beat Hull City tomorrow and Wrexham will get the 6th spot. Do you think Wrexham beat Borough? That's a big ask, you know. Good night, Key, and everyone in the chat. See you tomorrow, guys. Take it easy, Shahid. Egbert, at what time are you live tomorrow, Key? Tomorrow, I am live at... what time am I live tomorrow? That's a good question. 12 o'clock. 12, yeah. 12 o'clock. Wrexham against Middlesbrough. It's a 12:30 kickoff. I'm live at 12. Or just after, I think, maybe. Everyone in the pub takes a shot when Key says, can we get a check on that? Good business. That's it. Yeah. See you tomorrow, Key. Take it easy, Nathan. Anfield Vortex. It's my son's 8th birthday tomorrow. His name's Joshua. So could you give him a shout out, mate? Absolutely, yes. Happy birthday, Joshua. Have a great birthday, mate. Your dad's an absolute cracker of a bloke. You're a lucky, lucky lad. Leeds down the left-hand side. Chance. Oh, Dubravka straight at him. We're into the 100th minute here. See you tomorrow as always. Take it easy, Ethan. Nathan, I want Wrexham to come up and use a 2-5-2. Who wins on Sunday at Old Trafford? Liverpool. We're going to do it. We're going to do it on Sunday. Nighty-night, Key and all. Take it easy. Ta-ra, Madhouse. Lots of love, everyone. It is full-time here at Elland Road. 3-1 in the end. And I enjoyed that one. That was a good game. I thought Burnley might just be able to turn it round in the end. But enjoy the rest of your Friday nights. And hopefully see you at some point over the weekend. Maybe you'll be with me for all the games. Maybe you'll be with me for some of them. But whatever you're doing, enjoy your bank holiday weekend. Make sure you leave a like on the way out. Make sure you've subscribed if you've not already. Make sure you've put your notification bells on as well, so you get notified when we go live in future. Tomorrow, 3 big games. Wrexham Borough, followed by Arsenal Fulham. Finished off with Osasuna Barca. Sunday, we're going to be doing United Liverpool, followed by Aston Villa Tottenham, and then Bank Holiday Monday, another 3 big games. Chelsea Forest, Hearts Rangers, and then finishing off with Everton Man City. Hopefully see you for some, if not all of them. Take it easy, enjoy your weekend. Catch you tomorrow, 12 o'clock. Ta-da.